All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another live event. We're here live in our Kitchener showroom. My name is Jenna, and this is our fabulous chef Anna. Today it's our Halloween and Brew Time event with Silhouette Beverage Centers. So Anna will be taking us through pairings of some wine and some beer, and for after the kids come home tonight and you have some extra treats, for yourself in the evening, what should you pair it with? So Anna's going to take us through that, and we should just let you know that we do have a special offer today on some Silhouette wine and beverage centers. So if you see in our product list, there's a special offer, about $100 off. You'll see all the qualifying products that this applies to. So make sure if you're in the market for a new beverage center, you'll want to grab one today because it's a special offer for today only. All right. To you, Anna.
All right, thank you so much. So we have two beautiful models here for Silhouette by Danby. We have the beautiful French door, dual zone, and then a single door, also a dual zone. So let's look over at
We're doing our Vanna White.
The Vanna White. So this is a true dual zone. It's separated in the middle, so if you're opening up one at a time, you're only going to access one side of the fridge, which is wonderful. This side, on our wine side, we have these beautiful Pro Glide shelves, which is a wonderful feature because when you're trying to store wine, you want to make sure that you limit the vibration on that wine as much as possible because you're trying to preserve it. In some cases, you're trying to age it maybe 5-10 years. So we want to make sure that you're limiting the vibration on that. There's 5 shelves, and then also at the bottom, there's space for 5 more bottles of wine.
5 more, you say?
5 more.
Well, we can never get enough wine.
So quite an excellent capacity on this side of the fridge.
Yes.
Both sides have a fan in the back also to help with that air circulation, but also limiting vibration. And this side, on the beverage side, we have 3 shelves, but they are fully adjustable. So you can move them up and down. And they also slide out.
Perfect.
Which is a wonderful feature.
An easy glide. Mm-hmm. Can we see that adjustable shelf in
Of course. In real
adjusting
time.
mode? In real time.
I got this far and I thought I could get it out. This is embarrassing. There we go. I did it. So it's a lift.
There you go.
Fully adjustable. And one of the benefits of having a beverage center over just putting these products in a refrigerator is that you have a lot more control with your temperature, and temperature plays a really major role in how your beverages taste. So for example, your standard fridge is going to be 4 to 6 degrees, but canned beverages taste really good at 1 degree, and you just don't want to take your fridge that cold because you're going to start freezing all your produce.
Okay.
He's asking how many bottles does it hold?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
About 20?
20. Close to 20.
It could also depend on the size too, I guess, too. Right?
Exactly.
Well,
So
they do sell those mini little bottles of wine. Perfect stocking stuffers.
Yes.
So if any of my family's watching, you know what I want for Christmas this year.
It has 2 different lighting. So you see this beautiful, sleek blue lighting, but you can also change it to the white lighting.
Oh, okay.
Easily.
That is nice.
Yeah. And the same goes on this model as well.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. So how many different lighting options? 2?
There's 2 lighting options, but then you can adjust the intensity of that lighting, how long it stays on. If you just want it on when your door is open, or if you want it on all the time, you have those options.
So maybe if you have some nice featured bottle of wine that you want to impress your guests when they come over, you want it lit up, because this can also be kind of a statement piece too. Depending where you have it in your home, you might have room for it in your kitchen. Maybe you have it in a bar room. Maybe it's in your basement and you have a little wet bar there, or dry bar, or wherever. But that would be nice, right? To have
very
the different
nice. So
lighting.
these are freestanding, or they're true counter depth, and the door will open. It has a hidden hinge, and you can lock them. Keep people out of your wine.
Yeah.
And
I would definitely lock that away from some people.
That's right.
This is mine.
Andy was asking if these are freestanding.
They can be freestanding or counter depth. You have both options for these models.
We do have some built-in options on our special offers product page. So if you do click on the special offers or tap, depending if you're watching from your desktop or your mobile phone, if you click there are some built-in products there that will receive the $100 off for today. Yeah.
Over here on this dual, so this is also dual, but it's a single door. So you can keep your reds and your whites at different temperatures because you don't want to keep them at the same temperature.
Absolutely not.
No, you want to keep those whites nice and crisp, and you want to keep those reds from getting too warm. So we don't want to store the reds in like where the temperatures are going to be really fluctuating a lot, like your garage. You want to keep them somewhere controlled to make sure that, because you spend a lot of money on wine, so you want to make sure that it tastes good.
Absolutely. Okay, that's great. So any questions about these products so far, or you just want to get into the pairings? They probably want to get into the pairings.
The pairings are the most.
Fred from Sega says, what's the max difference?
The max difference in temperature?
Yeah, I guess maybe in temperature.
The beverage center goes down lower. It goes down to 1 degree. I believe this side goes down to between 4 and 10 degrees.
So, and you want to store your reds at what temperature?
A little bit higher, between around 15 degrees, I would say.
Okay.
Where you want to keep them.
And whites, depending on you. Some I like mine cold, and then when I have it, I also maybe put a couple ice cubes in. People might cringe at that, but I like it really cold.
Well, you should drink what you like, so don't let people judge you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lighter the red, the cooler you can drink it, versus your heavier reds, you want to drink those more at room temperature.
So this is nice with the French door because we have one side for your beverages.
Yes.
So you can store
beers.
your beers, you could do your sodas, you could do waters, juice boxes. This also could be a great fridge to have in your kitchen if you're redesigning or you need an upgrade in your beverage center for children, because it gives them a self of independence. Going to the fridge and saying like, oh, go grab your juice, go grab your water, and they're able to reach it on their own to go in there and grab it. So
That's a very good point.
selling point for your partner if you have children.
I remember a Silhouette by Danby on select models is $100 off today, so make sure you click that special offer because it's just for viewers who are joining us today for that special offer.
So all you guys there on the other side of the camera, this offer is for you, so make sure you don't let it pass. All right, Anna, tell us what we have for pairing.
All right, so I love food pairings with wine and coffee because a good pairing enhances both the food and the beverage. So it's important to think about when you're pairing things together because it can go the other way very easily. You can make both things taste awful. So general rules when you're pairing wine with food or other beverages like beer is thinking like with like, salty with drier wines, and sweet with sweet. So the sweeter the wine, the sweeter you want the dessert to be.
Okay, I thought it might have been like a little different. If it was sweet, you'd probably want something else to kind of counterbalance it, but no.
It also depends on the ingredient. So thinking about what your main ingredient is that you're going to be tasting and pairing that with what you're doing. So
okay.
I think spiciness is the exception to that rule.
So all that we have in front here, if you have children or even if you don't and you bought yourself some candy for tonight in celebration of Halloween, you'll come back, the kids will come back with some of this, or you might have it in that box of candy you just purchased.
That's right. So on this side we have a cab sauv from Agnata, and so that's a juicier, jammier wine. You can pair it with something like a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it comes out tasting almost like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is a lot of fun. For your Pinot Noir, if you have a really jammy Pinot Noir, it also pairs really well with the Reese's. Or if you have a lighter one, going with something crispy like a Kit Kat with some milk chocolate in there is a good idea. For your Chardonnay, something a little oaky, you can go with a candy corn or something that tastes like candy corn but is shaped like a pumpkin, like I have here. And for if you're more of a salty fan, go with something like a dry sparkling. Sparkling can pretty much pair with anything. It's really light and bubbly on the palate. and it goes really well with salt. So that would be your plain chip option. And then for you beer lovers out there, going with something like a chocolate stout, something dark and rich, can pair with a dark chocolate really easily. If you like more of a brighter, more citrusy beer, go with something like like a jelly candy, like a fruit flavored jelly candy.
Okay.
So does anyone have like a wine pairing that they really enjoy?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Let us know what's your favorite
candies you look forward to.
I think there's a poll up online now too about, if you enjoy one wine, what's your go-to? So you can vote on that if you're part of the chat. Let us know. Also, that's great. Okay. So back over here, for those that are just tuning in, we have some more followers joining us. We're looking at the silhouette of beverage centers today. So we have two here. Anna's been showing us. We have the French door beverage center. So on one side, we open up here and we look-see in. We have wine on the one side, wine storage on the one side, and the other one side's for beverages. Okay, dual temperatures, right?
Yes, and they're separated.
So
if you're opening up one side of the fridge, you're just opening up the one section.
And there's lighting in here that you can change.
Yes, we can change it from this beautiful Arctic white to a blue with just the click of a button.
Ooh. Fancy. So that's kind of nice. A little darker, more ambient.
A little intimate.
Yeah. And then over here, we have the single door here, and this is just for a wine fridge. But again, there's two temperatures.
Yes, dual temperature zones.
So how does that work when we're having red and white? Do you have to place them in a certain area? Like, where do we put them?
Well, if you're keeping your reds a little bit warmer, depending on if you're a heavy red drinker or a heavy white drinker, you place them at the top or the bottom. The bottom is a little bit colder, so that will be more for your whites.
Okay.
Your red's up top. And you can tell which one we're talking about based on the little icon there.
Nice.
And these are also ProGlide shelves.
And they're not adjustable?
No, they're not adjustable. And they're wooden, so you get that really nice wooden accent.
That is beautiful.
And the smoothness really restricts the vibration from rolling it out, which is going to help with your wine preservation.
And this one has also the lighting as well?
Yes, you can change the lighting on this as well. And the lightings are LED, and they don't create any heat, because heat is going to affect your wine.
Yeah, we don't want that now, do we?
So 2 questions. Fred was asking what would pair well with a port.
Ooh.
And then Carl is asking about how is there 2 zones in this other fridge. So we can take a look at that.
On this one or the other one?
I think it was this one here, the first one.
Oh, the first one? Okay, the French door one?
So with a port, chocolate. Chocolate goes great with a port, like a dark chocolate. I love port. It's so rich and can be really jammy and like those dark, rich berry flavors.
So if you get stuck with any of those Hershey's dark chocolates,
yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't usually like it because they're more bitter.
Put it with your port.
Right.
So we're talking about this one. How is there 2 zones?
So this is zone 1, zone 2.
So you can't get over here from there. That's sealed off, and then, that's sealed off. So when you open one door, you're only opening one side, right?
That's right.
It's like 2 in 1.
A 2 in 1.
It's a 2 in 1. It's perfect. That's good.
And also beautiful modern design on the handles as well.
And this one, you're also saying that it has a lock on it?
Yes. This one also has a lock.
Perfect.
Both these doors can be locked.
Yeah. Keep my partner out of there.
That's right.
My wine.
How about the other one then? 2 zones.
Oh, 2 zones. So top and bottom. So they're separated. There's a separation here in the middle.
Yeah,
where
can you show that at all?
There, right underneath there, under those controls, that's a wall, that's not a drawer.
Yeah.
Are we able to show that a little bit more closely at all, or probably not? Reach in there.
So you can't see through it on the bottom. You can't see the top levels because that's a separate level. It's only one door, but 2 compartments in one fridge there.
That's right.
Good. All right, and for those who are just tuning in and you missed our pairings, you can go over them one more time.
Yes, let's talk about pairings. Love wine pairings. All right, so with your Cab Sav, jammy, berry, delicious. Put it with a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it'll be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you have a really jammy Pinot Noir, it would also pair well with a Reese's. Or you can do it with something lighter, like a Kit Kat, nice and crunchy. For your Chardonnay, you can pair it with like a candy corn or a pumpkin-shaped candy corn. First, if
So
you're
those
more of
ones
a-
like taste like candy corn?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That might even go well with like some Sour Patch Kids or something.
Oh,
too,
definitely.
Right? Like the candies more than the chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, what
It's more
about
of a
your
candy.
like OG rockets? You know, people still
Rockets.
hand those out, I feel.
That's true.
They're a classic like Halloween item.
I would try them with a white.
Oh, with a white?
Yeah. Maybe a Chardonnay or maybe even a Pinot Grigio. Mm-hmm. Something light and fruity.
So kind of like candy for white, chocolate for red, kind of like white meat and dark meat. You know, white meat and red meat.
Yeah.
Sorry for the wines.
Yep.
And then sparkling salty.
Yeah. A dry sparkling.
And majority on our poll, 67% enjoy red.
Okay, so more
There
of a
we
chocolate.
go.
More into the chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fred was asking what the max temperature difference is between the top and the top and the bottom on the left one.
All right, we have another poll up. If it's sweet or savory, what your preference is, let us know. And then Anna can tell you more of what to pair it with.
Yeah. So max temperature difference over here. So 41. So both, the low is 41 for both of these on here. I'm sorry with all the beeping.
Hey, we're putting it to the test.
Yeah.
There's no Mythbusters right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Real time. So 64.
You are finding out, Fred. Firsthand.
Oh, they might both be 41 to 64.
41 and 64
Oh,
on both.
yeah.
And then you can figure out, what your highs and
Yeah.
lows you want to have them at. There you go.
That's perfect.
Very handy controls too.
That's great. And what size are these fridges?
It's a good question.
Are they a 24 inch?
I believe this one is the 24 inch. Remember, they can be freestanding or counter depth, like true counter depth, because there is a hidden hinge.
Fred says thanks.
You're welcome, Fred.
Anytime.
So don't forget that we have a special offer today. If you see the special offers in the product list, $100 off on qualifying models from Silhouette. We do have some built-ins with the qualifying models. So if you're looking for a new wine or beverage center, today is your day because it's a special offer today only. So don't miss out on that.
Do you have any other questions about these beautiful beverage centers?
Doesn't look like it.
Any questions about pairings?
Any more? Let's see. Did our poll end?
If you got the questions, we got the answer.
There's 25 seconds left in our poll. Then we'll see what people want, sweet or savory. So what's the difference between, what's counter depth? Can you further explain counter depth for us?
So counter depth means that it's going to match up with your counters. So if your counters come out to here, you can match it. It's going to be smooth. They're not going to stick out.
Flush.
It's flush. That's the word. Flush. Yeah.
Open it, and it will
And then you can open it.
interfere with
That's right.
the spot. Yeah.
Oh, there's a tie for sweet and savory.
Oh, well
so Anna,
then.
tell us one of each. What other? So okay, what about Twizzlers?
Ooh, Twizzlers. I would
of
probably
these two.
go.
One of these two.
Yeah, I would go with like a white. Or
A
maybe
white?
even a light Pinot.
Okay, what about a
'Cause you're
rosé?
Ooh,
Rosé all day.
A sweet rosé or a dry rosé?
Why don't we do both?
Okay. A dry rosé, something more salty. On
Okay.
the salty side.
Well, like a
Let's try it
salted
with my
caramel.
chips.
Can you do a salted caramel?
Ooh, yeah. Let's try that. Salted caramel with my sweet rosé.
I don't think they give out salted caramel chocolates at Halloween, but if you know a house that does, let me know because I will be there,
Yeah.
wine in hand.
Maybe gummy worms.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anyone hands out gummy worms.
I don't know.
You'd have things like Swedish berries.
Swedish berries, yeah.
Yeah.
Swedish berries.
It's been a while since I went trick or treating,
Cheddar
but Ryan
with
here could probably give us the scoop.
Oh yeah, I hit them all. Right? Swedish berries, Sour Patch Kids,
Fuzzy peaches.
Fuzzy peaches.
There we go.
Oh,
peaches, cherry blasters,
Pinot Grigio.
Peanut. Oh,
all that stuff.
that's good. Anything else? Like, what about for our beer lovers out there?
Ooh. So anything like a dark stout, an oatmeal stout, coffee stout. Thinking about darker chocolate. Maybe a coffee crisp.
Yeah, coffee crisp, yeah.
Yeah. Anything.
Even Doritos.
Oh.
Just have some Doritos.
Could you do that with like an IPA or something
Yeah,
a
there
little
you
bit
go.
lighter? Like an orange wheat beer, for example, would go really well with an orange flavored candy. Try that with your fuzzy peaches.
Very true, very true.
Yeah.
All right, one last poll is being launched. If you had to choose a beer, which one would you pick? So, poll's launched now. Let us know. What's your go-to beer?
Remember, there are other Silhouette by Danby models also available in this offer today. So you can see them on this right side of your screen.
It depends where they're looking from. If you're if you're viewing from your mobile phone, there is a icon for little boxes. If you tap that, it'll open up our product list. You see these two beverage centers there, as well as a few others. You'll also see the special offer tab that you can click on. It'll take you to a whole web page of everything that's applicable for today's offer of $100 off, today only. And if you're on your desktop and you have our chat open, you'll see the product list on one side, and I think on the left side you'll have the product list with the offers, and the chat should be on your right side if you have it completely opened up and you're active in the chat. Wonder how, have you voted on our poll yet? If you were, what type of beer? If you had to drink a beer, which beer would you drink? Anna, what would you go to?
I do really like a stout.
You like a stout?
Yeah. I like
Ryan?
a Guinness.
Guinness? Oh.
This is pretty good. I just like a lager.
Lager?
I don't need anything too crazy. Just a lager is fine.
I think I like a Belgian Moon. A little
Ooh.
citrus.
Yeah,
If I had to drink a beer.
You're being called out for your lack of Fosters.
that's fair. I tried this morning. It didn't work out.
You tried. It is Halloween, but we thought we wanted.
It's really rainy where we are too.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting soaked outside.
That's no fun.
So this side goes all the way down to 1 degree, which is great for your beers, your pops, really crisp beverages you want to enjoy really cold. Because it makes a difference. Temperature makes a big difference. You know, when you get like this, I'm just guessing here that this is one of the main differences, but you know when you get a fountain Coke and how good a fountain Coke is versus like a Coke from your fridge. And I know part of that is because it's gone through a whole different system. It's not just a canned product, but it's also so much colder. And temperature plays such a role in how we enjoy food and beverage.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. The lights look cool.
The lights look very cool.
Right now we have IPA in the lead.
Ooh.
The poll's still there, so make sure you cast your vote.
IPAs. I don't have the guts for an IPA. they scare me.
That's good. Did we want to show off any other?
Yeah, so we do have some other models available, as you can see in the chat. And we also have some in our showroom. So if you're interested in learning more, you want to come down in person and see what we have, come down to Kitchener or one of our 6 locations, and let's walk on over. So here's another model here. Single zone temperature, glass shelves. So if you're looking for something that's more purely beverage center. I mean, you could also store some wine in here, but it's going to be at the same temperature. It's a single zone. And I believe this one as well. Here's another dual zone. So a bit of a different style from the ones that we have on display with Power. The handles are a bit different. But still, you have the separation, wine on this side, beverages on this side. And you can also see an example here of how it's counter depth, because it's in here like this. So that's one of the things we can't show you with the other models, is how it sits counter depth, how it sits flush. The opportunity to sit flush with your counters.
Very cool. Very cool.
Great. And you can check out all of our models online. Again, check out that special offers tab. It'll show you all the lists for $100 off. So make sure you tap on that or click on it today. All right, we'll head over to our pairings for one last time. Before you wrap things up, we have to see what the poll is looking like. Did you vote? Did you cast your vote? I think there's APA, there's an ale, there's a Pilsner, and there's a stout. So one last chance to cast your vote, and Anna will tell you what to pair it with one last time. And we got some Magnata, we got some Niagara wines, Magnata, we got Enniskillen, we got Flat Rock, Jackson Triggs, and we got a Wellington beer here. It's a stout.
Yeah, lots of wonderful products in Ontario for wine.
All right, it looks like IPA was the winner. And then everyone else was like about equal, the stout ale and Pilsner.
Nice. So I hope you have some fun tonight exploring different candy pairings, because why not try it? And honestly, the best pairings are the ones that taste the best to you, because it's what you're eating and drinking.
You know, and if you're not into candy or chips, the wine or beer is just as good, if not better.
Just on its own.
So again, thank you for tuning in today. Be sure you check out that special offers page before we disconnect here, because it's for you guys only that are tuning in. $100 off qualifying products. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity of savings. So here with Silhouette, we are featuring the French door and the single door there, wine fridge. We have a beverage center. And Anna has taken us through the perfect pairings for this evening's festivities. Once the kids are in bed or evening and you want to wind down and put something scary on Netflix. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, for another demonstration on the Fontana wood fire pizza oven, because it's Calzone Day and we must celebrate that. And Chef Anna is going to take us through how to make the perfect calzone using a wood fire pizza oven.
I'm very excited.
So make sure you follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We're on Twitter. So make sure you're following us there and seeing all the fun that we're having and on everything that we have in store and online. All right, thanks everyone, and happy Halloween.